Good morning, everybody. My name's Michael. We're a company called MDH. We're based in Croydon. We set MDH up 8 years ago. I worked for a pretty Dickensian firm that just bored the life out of me. Gave loads of promises on plastic carrots about partnership, so I just thought, no, I'm not going to have any part of that and do it myself. So since then, we've grown to a full-time team of 6, and we've also got 2 specialists as well that are part-time.
Fabulous. And your award category was leverage, about getting the team involved to the maximum extent. And in it, there was a great story about a client who asked how you could afford to be away from the business on holiday. And Natalie did something really very special there. Tell us that story, if you would.
He really makes me laugh. I mean, we've all got clients that are high Ds, or we use the animal Nigel Wisdom one. So he'll be really in your face, but really he'll have loads of ideas where he goes, and he just wants to puke it all out so you can then actually sit down with him and give him some tangible action. He did one of them incidents while I was away on holiday, and what we do when I go away is I don't actually take my mobile phone. I turn off my emails, mobile phone stays with the team, and they answer it. So what we find when clients first sign up is we give every single one 3 points of contact. Every time that we sign clients up, they always moan that they can't get hold of their accountant. And if you are in meetings, or you are busy, or you are doing whatever, I find it's massive to give them that contact. So he kicked off a bit, and then Natalie said, well, Michael trains us, he spends a lot of time training us and helping us grow and develop. Let me answer your question. Mm-hmm. So what she did, she stood back, listened to him, took him on board, made sure he calmed down, and then answered him. Now, when I go away, there is an avenue where they can actually contact me if things get really, really, really desperate. And sometimes it has been necessary, but other the time, what's really refreshing is when your team actually answer the question, the client's really happy, and they take great delight when they actually say to you, the client thought I was better than you.
Yes. Well, that's the ultimate leverage, isn't it? And then you can go and do whatever you like and have a lot more holidays.
It is really funny. And there was another person in the room that shared that story to me. Like, when we take on clients, you normally take on a client that's brand new or they're moaning. So when they're moaning, you have to deal with their frustrations and then really warm them and make them love you. So you just think you're amazing. So you're going, oh, no one else can touch me. And like that, and then, but ultimately, the team members come in with the same enthusiasm, the same gusto, and when you get the clients actually say, "Don't worry, I'll take a Natalie, or I'll take a Jane, or I'll take a Stuart," you sort of feel a bit left out.
But in a very good way.
But also, it's a massive proud father moment, because when you're actually getting the surveys and comments coming back on how well. How well and how pleased they are with the service. It's high five all round.
So I guess much of that begins with recruitment. Talk us through what you do at the recruitment stage.
Funny enough, we've got a new recruit sitting there in the crowd now. So in the
welcome, fabulous.
In the first 10 minutes, we do the animal test on them. So
probably need to explain.
It's basically DISC, but with animals. And what we found is
so this is a personality profiling thing.
It's a personality profile. And if anyone hasn't done it and want to do it for themselves, your team will guarantee that's a load of rubbish. What are we doing that for? That's really, really stupid. Now, that same team member came to me on the last time we recruited and said, "Can we not employ another monkey?" and so, but what we tend to do with the animal test as well is we'll actually tailor our questions so it actually fits their type, because the real important thing is not what animal you are, it's how you communicate with each other. And the way that you communicate with each other and change your language, you then get better understanding, better results, and a better togetherness with their team. So the guy who's sitting there now, I'm going to really embarrass him, was an elephant. And you cannot give them enough detail. And if you do, they want more. And then what we're also doing as well, we're also doing that with clients as well. So we'll know certain clients are certain types as well as certain team are, and sometimes you can match people together. Mm-hmm. And the more you match people together, the better you understand each other, the more harmonious it is. And your clients and your team just gel naturally better.
I know on your entry form you talked about how you use a one-page plan to identify recruitment needs before the business is bursting at the seams, and then you bring them in at the right time and train them in the right kind of way. Talk us through some of that stuff.
I mean, we was the same as probably everyone else, where we was doing timesheets, and we hang on to them for dear life, don't we, until we know we've properly got to get rid of them. And ultimately, they are from Narnia, they are made up. Who actually puts the right amount of time on a timesheet, and we're managing our businesses from them. So one of the most scariest but also refreshing things is when we actually went to one-page plans. So we took our business one-page plan and then basically allocated it to per people. So instead of giving people a time budget where you've got to do this and you've got to do this, you spend a day of your life wasting with Iris running through writing off things, we just gave people income targets. So when everyone starts from day one, they know their income target and they know exactly what they need to do each month. And it's never a straight road, it goes up, it goes down, but ultimately they know straight away that every month they've got to hit this as a run rate. So what we do is all we do is keep a list of everyone's personal one-page plans, add it up, so we know our capacity. So we start looking when we're on about 80%. 90% if we haven't found someone, we're really going for it. And so continually, I want to make sure that there's spare capacity. One, if you get a load of work come in, you can handle it easily. And secondly, it then gives time for the team to actually train, develop, improve. And actually, you want them to kick butt, don't you? And you want them to be wowing your clients. You want them to be buzzing from the rooftops without you doing it. And I hate to say this, sometimes a lot of the times they do a better job than me.
And that is fantastic. So what do you do these days then?
I go out there and annoy clients. I go out there business developing, and we've just added a new arm to the business where we've got our own in-house independent financial advisor. I find that really exciting because I was getting so frustrated of giving someone a referral, and they were just like, all right. But when you're both coming on the same page, I mean, every single client, we ask them every single year, what is their goal? So even if we're doing compliance work, every decision is based around what is your goal, what is your goal? And we do them a little mug, and sometimes clients ask for two of them. But
so the mug has got their goal on it?
Yeah, so every year, sometimes we got one client that comes to mind straight away. He says, can I have two this year?
So that's a personalised mug with their specific goal from the accountant. That is a great way of keeping that front and centre, isn't it?
It really works. And then what we do is, with the goal, we share that on an intranet called Yammer. So all of the team know what each of the client's goals are. So everyone can then go, right, I know that he's going to aim for that, she's going to aim for that, that company's going to aim for that. So
I'll give you 10 more seconds to tell us what this is all meant for you in just a couple of words.
We've been AVM members 4 years. I've had an absolute ball. We've over doubled the size of our practice and more. I'm looking to do it more. I think the journey's been epic. So
awesome.
just really quickly, I'd like today though to be about you. 20 years where you've done this and you've inspired lots of other accountants like me, and I thank you very much for it.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.